Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan LEGO review, and today we're going to be having a look at set 6212 X-Wing Fighter from, of course, the Star Wars series. Some quick stats: this came out in 2006. Apparently, according to Brickset, it is part of Episode 5. And I must admit, I'm not enough of a Star Wars nerd to know the difference between the Episode 4 and 5 X-Wings, but anyway, apparently it's Episode 5. It came with 437 pieces, and it comes with 6 minifigs, and it retailed for 50 US or 46 euros. Of course, it would be more now due to the collectability and inflation. So my first impression actually of this set was just how big it is. And this is, to be honest, the first X-Wing that I've owned. And I always had in my mind that the X-Wing was kind of one of the smaller, single pilot sets. But it's pretty big. It's definitely bigger than I was expecting it to be. I mean, you can see relative to my hand, it's kind of like 2 hands. I measured, it's about 33.5 centimeters. Or about 335 millimeters, so I think that's, a bit over a foot? About 12 inches in the imperial scale, I think. I'm not good with imperial measurements. So yeah, it's definitely a pretty large X-Wing, and I think some of the more modern X-Wings, because of course LEGO have made so many X-Wings, actually came with even, I think they're up around like 600 or 700 pieces now, some of the more modern ones. So just as a quick comparison here, this is the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium. So that gives you some idea of the size of it. So it's pretty big. It's pretty big. Now this particular set does not come with any additional builds. There's no like little service trolley or little ladder or anything like that, which I kind of like, because of course that adds to the piece count and then it adds to the cost, etc, etc. So yeah, now let's have a look at some of the features of the X-Wing. Now of course the main feature with any X-Wing is the ability to actually make it look like an X from front on. So the way that you do that with pretty much all of the X-Wing pieces is you turn this little wheel, this little cog, and it has a specialized piece in there, and what it does is it turns, hopefully you can see a little stud moving, and it opens it up. It is in a fairly low gear, so you do have to turn it quite a few times to get it to that position, but eventually you will get your nice looking X-Wing. Now of course the lower wings are actually lower than the little stand, so it doesn't really sit in that position. It does have to squash it a little bit, but that is how you can do it. And then you can keep turning it the same way, and it'll keep turning and make a revolution, or you can turn it back the original way. So you do have to turn it, as I said, quite a lot. I think the newer versions, they've got like a snap, it kind of snaps back. They've improved that mechanism over the years, but anyway, that's how it is for this particular one. There is a compartment underneath which you can store things such as a lightsaber. You do get a lightsaber in the set, although it kind of rattles around when you have it in there. You do get a little stand as well, and that just goes in like that. It doesn't quite go, oh yeah, it does, yeah, sorry. It does go all the way in. So that's nice. And it's fairly sturdy as well, actually. Some of these stands do come off. Yeah, I have a Naboo fighter from 1999, and it has like a little laser on the stand, and I swear, like every time you pick it up, it comes off. The cockpit is printed. I don't think there are any stickers actually in this set, and it has a very nice printed piece. You can see there, it actually looks like the sort of tunnel, or not tunnel, the crevice in the Death Star from Episode 4. So, yeah. And then you get some printed pieces here and here. It's a bit hard to show with the light, but you can see the insignia, the Rebel Alliance insignia. And then this little piece comes up as well. I'm not sure exactly why that is, whether that's meant to be, so you can see that gear turning, whether that's you're meant to have that play feature of being able to play with it or what. I'm not sure, but or maybe they actually do it in the movie. I can't remember. I also want to point out that these bands, actually, there's 4 of them. There's there's 2 on the front and 2 on the back, and yeah, you do actually need all 4 to have the proper amount of tension there in the wing. So what else do we have? Yeah, there's no like what do you call them, stud shooters or anything like that. I mean, this was 2006, but these do look pretty cool. These little laser features as well. Now, one thing I also do want to point out is that the set does come with Wedge Antilles, which according to the box was new. So this is Wedge Antilles here. And they do actually give you the pieces to change the kind of markings on the X-Wing. So this is the Luke Skywalker one. So it's one piece that's printed with 5 red stripes. And then there's the Wedge Antilles one that actually gives you these smooth stud pieces that has the 3 red stripes. So I have to admit, I'm not enough of a Star Wars nerd to kind of know all the detail about that, whether more stripes shows more ranks, or maybe that's the difference between the Episode 4 and 5 X-Wing or what. But anyway, I'm sure somebody knows better than me and can leave a comment about that. But you can change those if you please. So there's 2 of them. That's the ones that I'm showing here. So the minifigs. Now, you get 6 minifigs, can you believe, for one X-Wing 500-piece set, or 400-piece set. You get 6 minifigs, which is pretty incredible. So you get Luke, of course, and the lightsaber, as I said, and it's one of the nice shiny chrome ones. So the difference between him and Wedge is really just the face and the helmet. I'm sorry, that is really not focusing. There we go. And no back printing. We get a Han Solo and Chewbacca. Really generous of Lego to include those. Now, I also noticed that Han Solo actually has leg printing. You can see on his right leg there. And I don't know when Lego first did that, but surely as a 2006 set, that must have been one of the earlier sets that they did that. I don't know, maybe again someone can leave a comment the first time they did that. And Princess Leia as well. Now again, because it's 2006, no back printing or double-sided faces or anything of that kind. I'll quickly show you a comparison to some of the more modern. So this is from the Imperial Shuttle Tidarium, so you can see the difference in Chewbacca. The color is very different in the newer one. He's also got leg printing. His eyes are more pronounced in his face. Some people say that this one looks more accurate, which I kind of see, but the newer ones do have a bit more detail. So Han Solo, obviously he's in different outfits and things, but I'm sorry, it's not in focus. But anyway, there's a quick comparison there. And then Princess Leia. Again, very different scenes from the movie, but you kind of have some idea. So yeah, but anyway, I think this is a great set. This is obviously not a comparison video with other X-Wings. I'm sure there have been, better X-Wings released over the years. But again, for a 2006 set, I think this is a very nice release, and the fact that they actually give you 6 minifigs, and 6 really good minifigs. Oh, sorry, did I show R2-D2? I'm not sure I did. Then that is very, very generous of Lego, and I think it definitely adds a lot to the overall collectability and playability of this set. So thanks a lot for watching, and check out this channel for more great Lego reviews. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.